Hey there, neighbors and naysayers. January the 2nd, 2025. Happy New Year, everyone. I wasn't really going to take a video, as always, but we talk a lot about frost seeding, and it's a topic that I love to hate about talking about. Too many people rely on it too much, and it just doesn't work out. But this, of course, is the driveway where we drove in to feed the sheep last year. Because of the drought, we seeded it. It grew up in radishes, but it didn't grow in anything else, so it's still dirt. But you'll never see, or I've never seen, an illustration quite like what we see here. I don't know whether y'all can see the towers. That's what we're looking for frost seeding. Maybe not this bare, but that's what happens. That's how we get that frost seeding to work. The seeds fall into those craters, and then when it thaws back out, it smashes back down, and it actually gives good seed to soil contact. Never in all my years have I seen it illustrated quite as well as this, and I'm looking right there is where I stepped. You can see how it all mashed back down, but the ice crystals, once it thaws, it's going to fall back down and give good seed to soil contact. So I have never seen it quite this beautifully laid out for me, so I thought I ought to take a video of it. Now, to talk a little more about frost seeding, I guess, what is it? So January, February, now we're in January. Around here we spread about 6 pounds of red clover seed to the acre. Basically what we're trying to do is put out 30% of our stand to be red clover. And I mix a bunch of other stuff with it. We mix white clover with it. We mix turnips with it. I've even frost seeded sorghum Sudan because it's not going to grow until the ground gets to the right temperature. Typically don't want to do grass seed because it just doesn't fly as far as red clover. If you want to do grass seed, you can, but you got to drive a lot closer together, and you don't want to mix it with that legume seed. But basically, you can do anything frost seed. This is a perfect candidate for frost seeding, of course. But if I look over here to where the grass is, this is not. There's no openings. There's no dirt here to be able to accept and hold, and there's none of this towering or honeycombing in the field. So it takes a specific amount of open ground to be able to do, and maybe if I walked up where the sheep were, there's enough there, but I doubt it. It's just not going to work if it's not open enough. So if you've got some bare spaces in your soil, you could do a frost seeding, but it doesn't always work because there isn't enough bare. Like if I roll down on this, that's maybe enough bare in there that we can get something to work. But if I step up here to this fescue plant, there is not enough there. So just good illustrations of what it takes. Now, why do I not like it? Because we typically have to put down twice as much seed to be able to get it to take and do anything, and that's in the seed bank. It's going to stay, and we can use it later, or it's going to grow at some point when it gets the opportunity to. So it's not all a waste, but we end up putting twice as much seed down. Around here, you can rent a no-till drill for 15-20 bucks an acre. By the time you bought an extra 3 or 4 pounds of legume seed and put out there, you've got 20 bucks an acre in it. If you put anything else in it, you've got more cost. If you've got a tractor, you've got diesel fuel. You're almost better off, if you really want this to take, to rent a no-till drill and go across it. Now, it takes a whole lot more time, I get it, but our seedings are a whole lot more successful if we just go ahead and use a no-till drill to do the things that it's supposed to do, instead of depending on our soil to honeycomb like this. So if you ever wonder about frost seedings, this is the kind of soil to do it in. So with that, I'll say we'll see you next time.